Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I can't even put into words about um, my weekend. Many of you have seen my testimony about what happened for me on Friday, and I am just so excited about everything that God is doing, not just for me, but in the lives of other people with their testimony. And so this morning, what I wanted to talk about is, why does God give us testimonies? And it's very simple. God gives us testimonies in order to help other people, in order to serve as hope or restoration or renewal for people who are giving up, or maybe even in that situation and they don't necessarily know what to do or how to endure or even how to pray in a situation. Sometimes we go through things and we just need to know that somebody else understands, or that somebody else knows what we're going through. Some people feel alone and they feel like, I'm the only one going through this and I have nobody to talk to, nowhere to turn. And so God gives us testimonies in order to in order to sow seed with that testimony in the life of other people. So when you go through something, it's not for you to keep silent about it. It's not for you to be worried about what people are going to think about you. It's not for you to be scared to share what God has done for you, because you could save a life with that. Sorry you all, it's windy. You can encourage somebody who's at the very end and they are about to give up. I know for me, this testimony was so powerful because in this season of my life, it's been such a difficult season. And to have something like that happen for me, and to be able to share with other people, it really renewed me. It renewed my faith. It renewed my strength in the Lord, because it allowed me to see, hey, God is always working. And so I was so excited to be able to take that and share with everyone else, because you never know what the next person is going through, and everybody is going through something. And just because people are not talking about what they're going through doesn't mean they're not going through something. And so you have a testimony because you are meant to be a witness with that testimony. There are people that need to hear your story. There are people that need to know, hey, this is how, I can get through it. Somebody else is going through it and God is doing this for them and he'll do it for me too. Sometimes your testimony is for the resurrection of somebody's faith. Somebody who's at the end and they're like, you know what, God, I don't understand why I'm praying. It's not going anywhere. God, I'm about to lose hope. God, I'm about to lose my faith. Your testimony is to be salt and light to other people in this world that are going through things, that are suffering, and they may not know God. They may not know how to cope. They may not know how to pray. They may not know what God is capable of. But then when God does something amazing in your life, it shows other people, hey, God did it for them, he'll do it for me too. And every testimony comes with a cost. Letting people in, being vulnerable, and letting people know what you're going through, it can be difficult, because in a sense you are putting all of your business, all of your cards on the table. However, it's not for attention. It's not for self-gloriment. It's not because you just want everybody to know your business, but it is always to help somebody. So when you have a testimony, the reason that you're sharing it is because you want to testify of the goodness of God in your life for people who don't know, or people who know and they've forgotten. They feel like God has forgotten about them. They feel like they're serving, but they're not seeing a return. People who are about to give up hope. People who are ready to say, you know what, God, I just don't see it happening. I've been waiting so long. I don't feel like you're gonna do it. I feel like you've forgotten. I feel like you don't hear me. I feel like you don't see me. And so you hear people say all the time that we are supposed to be a living example of Christ. We're supposed to be a living testimony, and we are. We have people who have been sick and healed. That's a testimony. Someone else is going through that same thing and they don't know if they're going to make it. They don't know how to keep the faith. Someone else can't pay their bills. Well, what if God comes through with a financial miracle for you and you keep it to yourself? Well, that person may lose hope because you didn't share your testimony of how God did it for you. And so you've always got to be willing to share your testimony. You have always got to be willing to, when God does something in your life, go out and sow a seed with it. Go out and plant that same hope in the life of someone else. Go out and take your testimony and spread the word. The story of the woman at the well, when she met Jesus and he told her that he was the living water and that she didn't have to continue searching in these men, she went out and she told everybody. That is how we spread the word. That's how we are the hands and feet for God here on earth. The man in the tombs, he was cutting himself. He was possessed by a legion, and when Jesus came along and healed him, he said to Jesus, don't leave me here. I want to go with you. But Jesus said, no, you go out and you tell the city. Why? Because that's a living testimony. That is a remnant of the glory of God in your life. So you take that and you go out and you share it and you spread the word and you encourage people with that, because you don't know what life you could save. You don't know what life you could touch. You don't know who you could bring to Christ. So your testimony is not just for you. It's not just for you to get through what you're going through and say, oh God, thank you, I made it. God says, yes, you made it and I brought you out, but now go tell everybody else. Go share it. Go sow a seed. Go plant hope in the hearts of other people who don't know who I am, or don't know that I'm able, or don't know how to keep their faith through this trying time. So God gives us testimonies so that we can go and share them with other people, so that we can multiply, because God is not a singular God, but he is a God of multiplicity. That means when he does something for one person, he expects for it to bless more than just that one person, to bless everybody that that person is connected to reach the people that are connected to that person are connected to. It's always going to be for multiplicity, because God thinks ahead. So if he does something good for you, it's for you and everybody around you. So your testimony is not just for you, it's for you and everybody around you.